Hello, how are y'all?
Good morning, everybody. It is time for Denton Radio in the morning, the most originally named show anywhere. Well, in the very first segment of our show, we go through a lot of the events that are happening here in town. We get these all from discoverdenton.com. This is the most comprehensive calendar in all of Denton. Anybody, anywhere can go in and submit their events, add extra stuff to the calendar. We have teams and teams of people mining events all over the city, trying to find things to do and building up this calendar and making it cool for all of you guys. So we're going to go through that in our very first segment and just give you guys a little taste of the Dentoning you can be enjoying today. To start us off, the Heroes in the Making exhibit is still over at the Patterson-Appleton Arts Center, or PAC. You got to check that exhibit out. It's very cool. Let's see. Works by Randy Guthmer is also over at the Patterson-Appleton Arts Center. TWU Drama presents the Gun Show at the Redbud Theater. Oh, this is a big one. Beaujolais and more. The fundraiser for Denton Community Theater is at the Denton Civic Center. Slightly Highly Lovely, live interview in the Discover Denton Welcome Center. That's today at 6. Faculty recital over at Vortman's Hall in the College of UNT Music. Open mic at Audacity Brew House is this evening. That starts at 7 o'clock. Upright Citizens Brigade Touring Company is happening over at the University Union Lyceum. That's going to be a very, very cool event. The East Side Social Ride. People getting their bicycles together and getting over to East Side Social Club. North Texas Wind Symphony and UNT's Symphonic Band at Winspear Hall in the Murchison Performing Arts Center. Let's see. Craft Independence and Industry Night over at the Bearded Monk, talking all craft beers. Trivia night over at the Mulberry Street Cantina. The Dark Side of Oz are playing over at Dan Silverleaf. That's just a sampling of some of the things happening tonight. Again, to get more information on all of these along with a lot more events, go to discoverdenton.com and you can check it all out. Now, halfway through the show today at about 10:40, we're going to be taking your calls. Now, when we come back in our next segment, we always talk about some highlights around town, some things that we love to do, some things that we think are just so cool we got to go deeper into them. But we want to hear after that from you. We want to hear you call in, tell us what you think is so cool about Denton. Now, before we go on the break, I will just say, how are you this morning, Miss Isabel?
I'm great.
We're missing Nicole this morning, but that is the beauty of a three-person show, is we can always kind of rotate in and out and all that kind of stuff. She's out dentoning and doing some great things around the city. So comment on Facebook. If you're listening to us on the DentonRadio.com app, hop over to Facebook. You can see our shining faces this morning and interact with us there and leave some comments and be a part of the show. So again, we're going to take a little break. We will be back very shortly, but we're going to play a little something from Neon Indian to wake you guys up. This is Neon Indian's song called The Glitzy Hive. You heard it here first on DentonRadio.com. that was Neon Indian with his song The Glitzy Hive. We are back and in one of our favorite sections of this show, where we get to talk about some of the things that we love so much about the Denton area, go a little deeper into a couple of different things that we feel like highlighting. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is one of our neighbors just north of here, Fortunato Winery. They do a ton of work in the Denton area. Brand new winery and bed and breakfast. We've gotten to tour their place a couple times now. Check out the facility, see the cool food and the wine and the great staff. And they just do such a good job of making a really cool, elegant experience. We have this amazing horse country that surrounds Denton. Amazing scenery and all of those outdoor activities to go do. And now Fortunato Winery is part of that landscape, part of that experience that you can have when you come into this area. Yep. So highly recommend going and checking out Fortunato Winery.
If we've highlighted back to back, it's good.
True. Yep. Oh, did we talk about Fortunato already?
Yeah. That was Nicole yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
It's super beautiful though, so.
It is, yeah. It's a gorgeous spot.
And today is also Beaujolais and More. That's happening at the Civic Center from 5:30 to 7:30. And it's a celebration of wine and food. So what else do you need? But yeah, this is all benefiting the performing arts, especially the campus theater right up Hickory. And yeah, you can find tickets at discoverdenton.com. You can call in to purchase your tickets to the Campus Theater box office. All the information's online, but it's going to be over at the Civic Center right off McKinney. It's the day of new wine, so you can taste new wine and have a good time. You can't whine about it.
Oh, yeah, you can get tickets for that here at the Discover Denton Welcome Center as well. If you want to just come downtown and bop over here before you go over there, we have those tickets available. And Beaujolais is a really interesting story. Beaujolais wine, it doesn't... it's not in a lot of places. It's from a very small place in France, and they ship it everywhere in the world. But it doesn't last super long. It's not something that you age a long time or anything like that. So everybody opens Beaujolais wine across the planet on the same day at the same time. And that's where Beaujolais and More came from. Now there's the and more, so there's a lot of great food from around town. There's a lot of great drinks, all sorts of cool stuff going on. But you're going to get to try this year's Beaujolais wine, and you're going to be drinking it and toasting with the rest of the planet on this wine. It's a really cool event.
Yep. And also, so we mentioned the Dark Side of Oz happening at Dan Silverleaf for a hot minute during what's happening today. And so what this is, I don't know if you haven't heard, if you play Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon and you sync it up with The Wizard of Oz, it's supposed to be this like really surreal and crazy sync. It like matches up perfectly. But at Dan Silverleaf, they're going to be screening, not only will they be screening The Wizard of Oz, but there will be a live band performing that entire album. So that's way better than just putting it on your laptop. So it's only $10. You can go to Dan Silverleaf, and it'll be a really interesting event. It's the Pete Wise and his band of musicians are going to be performing that entire album along to that screening. So that'll be really, really awesome night.
Now, if you've been listening at all to DentonRadio.com, because we've probably talked about it a ton more than anything else, is the release of Audacity's new beer, the Boombach. If you know the local band, the Boombox, that's Boombach. It's like a cool jazz hip hop infusion kind of a thing. Great local band, super great guys. Love working with all of them. Isabel just interviewed him yesterday. We got to bring in Audacity and interview them this past Friday and talk about this new beer, a Bach that has been named after the Boombox, the band, as part of Audacity's little D series, because they're trying to create all of these. They're a Denton-based brewery, but they want to create these beers that are themed after these different pieces of Denton. And so this one is called the Boombach, after the Boombox. They had their release at Audacity on Wednesday, and now on Saturday, the 19th, they're going to be releasing it at LSA, and the Boombox will be playing at LSA. So that's going to be a really, really cool night. And then after that, on Sunday, they'll be doing another release at the Bearded Monk, where Boombox are going to be playing as well. So it's going to be a huge month for the Boombox, and highly encourage you to go check out the beer. The band even had a hand in making it. I mean, they were raking barley and doing all this stuff. It's a really cool story. So go check that out. That's going to be a big blowout at LSA this weekend, and we're all so excited about it. It's going to be fun.
The Boombox beer release. It'll be at LSA on Saturday from 7 to 10, and then on Sunday at the Bearded Monk from 4 to 6. So you have a minute. You have a while to check all those shows out. And hello to Christopher and Ellie, who says she's going to go to Fortunata. Do it. It's a great time.
Oh, and the prices are great. Really, really reasonable, really affordable. So, all right, we're going to take one quick break, and then we're going to get to our absolute most favorite part of the show where we hear from you guys. I'm going to play something from the Kerry Davis Jr. Band. This is Blackwater Rolls. You heard it here first on DentonRadio.com.
Blackwater rolls all through my life. I've lived with pain now more than I'd like. And I felt lost, I felt all alone. I've had no place at times to call my home. And I hear heartache, she's blowing on the wind. I could not sleep when I come back again, but I'm selling roses along the freeway. I'm rolling quarters to get by. The jukebox only plays my sad songs, but that's where you're living tonight. Just you and me. You meet me down by the sycamore tree. But Blackwater Road, honey, take that on away. It's down there by where the Navajo lay, while you're selling roses along the freeway. I'm rolling quarters to get by. The jukebox only plays my sad songs, but that's where you're living tonight. I'm shoeing horses down in the green. I'm stocking groceries to the sack and save. I'm working all night long trying to find your bed. That kind of living, well, I'm better off dead. My hands are warm, the nights get cold. Well, I'm breaking boots on a hard time road while you're selling roses along the freeway. I'm rolling quarters to get by. The jukebox only plays my sad songs, but that's where you're living tonight.
have a caller, and we'll listen in from them in just a minute. But before we learn about our callers, we are going to read our Denton Record Chronicle headlines, which you can find right outside the Discover Denton Welcome Center, or you can always visit the website. It's www.dentonrc.com. You can read anything from Mean Green, sports, the top highlights of their stories, and, high school football. You can really catch up with a lot. So, the top stories read as following. Cold front threatens tender plants. Lake Dallas to choose new police chief. Red Kettle kickoff. Blotters, suspect returns, hides some stolen items. Critics say single room apartments jeopardize Denton's historic legacy. Noble no-show. Dylan not going to Stockholm to get Price. Every second counts. Election results to be certified Tuesday. And third option giving to parents for rezoning. Again, there's Mean Green, high schools, biz buzz, sports, so many stories that you can read from the Denton Record Chronicle. You can pick up a physical copy or always visit online to dentonrc.com.
All right. Denton Record Chronicle is a wonderful partner of ours here at the Discover Denton Welcome Center, so we always love the opportunity to get to talk about them. All right, now moving forward, we have got a very special Dentonite on the line. Who are we talking to this morning?
Hi, this is Teresa.
Hey, Teresa, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. Well, this is the section of the show where we like to talk about all of the things that we love doing, or that we hear you guys talk about the things that you love doing around town. So what are some of your favorite Dentoning activities that you like to go do?
Okay, so this is my second year being here in Denton. I'm a college student at UNT. I'm one of the art majors along with one of my really good friends, and we usually just like to go exploring around the square. And we love trying to find all those really awesome graffiti art wall murals that are around town. Those are always really fun to go and look at.
That's awesome. Yeah, we I think it was Keep Denton Beautiful put together this great mural tour of the area, and it's really, really awesome. We have print materials about that here at the Welcome Center for those of you that are listening. Okay, well, what are some of your favorite restaurants?
Okay, usually I have lots of my friends come visit me, and I always like to take them down to the square, and we usually do LSA Burger because, that's like one of the really good places to go to. Their brisket queso is amazing.
Oh, yeah. That brisket queso. Awesome.
What about...
And then... I'm sorry?
Oh, go ahead.
If you just... Oh, yeah, go ahead. Finish your sentence, Teresa.
And then usually we just, go to Beth Marie's right after.
Yep.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's the best one.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta hit up LSA at least once on the square, and you gotta hit up Beth Marie's for dessert. That's just that's the holy.
I feel like that's like basically Denton in one place.
Yeah. What were you about to say, Isabel?
What do you do if you're just trying to relax, have like an easy evening out? Where do you go?
It's just really fun just going to the Denton courtyard, courthouse, out on the lawn and stuff. Just get a blanket and just lie down. And I love it right now whenever they put up all the string lights and stuff. It's just so relaxing.
Yeah. You can take your bottle of wine.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, especially right now, just waiting for the December Christmas lights to go up. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Teresa, thank you so much for calling in. Those were great suggestions on some really cool things to do while Dentoning. Thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
Bye.
Perfect. All right. Again, every day you can call in and listen in on this show and be a part of it and tell everybody what you love to do around Denton. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be back very shortly to talk a little bit about some of the things that are going on here in the Discover Denton Welcome Center here in the next few days. I'm going to play one last song from Michael Plumlee. This is a song called Few Hours. You heard it here first on DentonRadio.com.
Sometimes you don't know where to go. Just take a step back, slow your roll. Relax and remember where you come from. Our only weakness is our fear of what's to come. So love your life and never want in it. Don't you for the only hand you've been given. Follow your heart, it knows what to do, to do, to do. Forgive and forget, only thing that's missing is a life full of memories and reminiscing. Live it up before your days are through, 'cause life's too short and your hours are few. You wake up every day working 9 to 5. There's always something in your way, now you're just trying to survive. So get your head up, open your eyes. If you learn to love yourself, then it must to your surprise. I said must to your surprise. You'll love your life and never want in here. Don't you for the only hand you've been given. Follow your heart, it knows what to do, to do, to do. Forgive and forget, only thing that's missing is a life full of memories and reminiscing. Live it up before your days are through, 'cause your life's too short and your hours are few. So love your life and never want in here. Don't you for the only hand you've been given. Follow your heart, it knows what to do, to do, to do. Forgive and forget, only thing that's missing is a life full of memories and reminiscing. Live it up before your days are through, 'cause your life's too short. Love your life and never want it here. Don't you for the only hand you've been given. Follow your heart, it knows what to do, to do, to do. Forgive and forget, only thing that's missing is a life full of memories and reminiscing. Live it up before your days are through, 'cause life's too short and the hours are few. Yeah, your hours are few. Your hours are few. Your hours are few.
All right, that was Michael Plumley with his song Few Hours. All right, it has come to the last segment of our morning show today. And in this segment, we talk about what's happening here at the Discover Denton Welcome Center. Before we go into that, I just want to say thank you to all of you that interact with the show every day. You ask us all sorts of questions.
Everyone who's
you comment on
commenting.
Facebook.
Yep.
We just love it. We just can't get enough of it. So if you're listening on the app, make sure you come over to Facebook and get in on all the action. You can watch the video. You're still going to get everything, but you're going to get so much more because you're going to get to interact with all the people that are watching the show. We've had all sorts of questions come in via other mediums and things like that for people that are watching. We had a question of where can you get a Denton Record Chronicle? Well, we have, hey, Grady, we have a dispenser right here in the front where you can get a Denton Record Chronicle. We've got all sorts of great options and opportunities around here. So we want to hear from you. We want to hear your questions. We want to hear what you have to say and what you want to know about Denton. All right, so jumping in, Isabel, what do we got coming up?
So today on Microphone Diaries, that's Ellie Meyer's show, starts at 6. She will be interviewing Slightly Highly Lovely. They're a cool duo local band here in Denton. On Friday, which is our Free Beer Friday, we will have Tups Brewing beer tasting. So Tups Brewing, they're a brewery located in McKinney. Beautiful, super neat space, and they will be out here serving small samples of beer for you to try, and it's absolutely free. You can just walk in here, say hello, meet the brewer. They're going to do a super quick interview. You can learn about them, learn how they brew, learn about their beer, the beer that you're drinking, and then you can travel over yonder to the Bearded Monk and drink their beer there, as well as a lot of beer because we just finished, or we're still pushing through North Texas Beer Week. And then this weekend, Mikey has his show, Sound Values, and where he will be interviewing Brian Thomas, one of the people who started the record label Gitmo here in Denton.
That's gonna be cool.
And yeah, there's a lot more happening on Monday. I'm gonna call it my Friendsgiving special, but it's Mike Luzecki and Matt Young. They're local musicians here around town. They play with like 10 bands, so we'll be having a nice, fun interview prepping us for Thanksgiving and then open mic night, of course. But we'll talk more about that next week.
It's going to be so awesome. There's so many things coming. We also have the Ghost of Denton tour coming up.
Yep.
If you've never done the Ghost of Denton tour with Shelly Tucker, the weather is still awesome. It's a walking tour. So everybody, when it gets cold, walking tours, well, they're not as fun. They're still fun, but sometimes they can be cold if you're not into that kind of thing. So while the weather's still wonderful, take your opportunity. Don't miss out on this. You got to go register ahead of time. Ghostofdentontours.com. Do your registration. You got to do it 2 o'clock at the absolute latest prior to the day that you want to go. So if you want to do it this coming Friday, you got to do it before 2, and you can also do it Saturday. You got to do it before 2 then as well. All right. And so Shelly doesn't take walk-ins. She doesn't do it. You've got to register. All right. We've also got some really cool stuff coming up with Black Friday because, man, Thanksgiving is right here. It's going to be awesome. Jude Landry's coming in. We've got special guest author coming in, doing some book signings, Shop Small campaigns coming up. It's going to be such a good time. So come on down to the Discover Denton Welcome Center. You're going to have a blast here, but really we're going to connect you with all sorts of other things where you're going to get to have a blast there as well. We want to help this Denton experience of yours get richer, deeper, more fun. We just can't wait to meet you. So come on down. We are finished with today's show. We're going to go out with a little bit of music. Make sure you stay tuned in to DentonRadio.com.
And thanks again, Ellie, Christopher, and Kim for commenting on our stuff. Feel free, if you're listening, always leave us a comment, at least say hi. But yeah, thank y'all for watching us this morning.
Well, really appreciate you guys tuning in. It means a lot. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning from 10 to 11 every single day, Monday through Friday. This is the Vince Lujan Project with their song, Selah.